We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the steel. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today because we're sitting at an all-time high right now. What a time to be alive. I feel like we are on the, we're in history right now. We're in history books. 94,000 has never happened before. We're about to knock on that door of 100K. Will we get through that door? There's some people out there that are saying we're hitting 96, take a trip down to 85. There are some people saying that we're going to go right to 124,000. I am so bullish right now that I cannot see us going down to 85, but it's definitely something possible and definitely something we have to be prepared for. But this is just fun. It's exciting. It's different. I mean, I remember the 6 months between 40,000 and 70,000. It was really hard. It was really hard. Sideways was like the worst time of our lives, especially between 60 and 70. But now we are reaping the benefits of that sideways because we are now entering the 6-digit numbers, the 100K, guys. That could be around the corner. It could be this weekend. We're gonna find out real soon. I think we're gonna find out today, maybe. That would be absolutely insane. But guys, we have so many bullish topics to go over as well. So without further ado, let's get the show started. Bring my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What is up?
So 95,000. Is that up and up? Like,
so we did. Oh, did we touch it? It looks like we barely touched it, maybe, and then came back down. But yeah. We are right there. If we didn't touch it, I mean, it went to like, yeah, I think we touched it. Anyhow, yeah. So I mean, the support looks pretty good. So I think we kind of get through it. But yeah. Maybe we get to like between 95 and 96,000, but this is another run Bitcoin is having while everybody else is just watching. All the other alt markets and stuff are just watching Bitcoin in amazement.
Yeah, and it's pretty absolutely amazing to see as well. Just taking a look at the chart here. I mean, it's just up only. It's insane. And I'm on the daily here. So this is just day after day after day after day. The red candles, the daily red, are very small. I mean, we had one that was, had some girth to it, but the other ones, man, are just so tiny. And then we were just running, and these two, obviously the best 2 days of last week. But yeah, it's fun. I can stare at this chart all day and just kind of watch it. Right now we're at 94,867. Again, knocking on that door.
Yeah, and it's excuse me, it's November 20th only, right? So we still have a whole month of December to get to, and that's what made
Yeah.
me change my target, because I was thinking maybe 100,000 before the year was up. Now I'm thinking more of 110, maybe, cracking a little bit over 100,000 before 2025. But it's an exciting time. I know that Runes has had some excitement as well with the timeline on X, but
Yeah.
we haven't seen anything yet, and so I'm just excited for what's to come.
We haven't seen nothing yet. Hell yeah. I think that's tomorrow's title. But Michael Saylor to meet with Microsoft to discuss investing in Bitcoin. Michael Saylor will make a presentation to Microsoft's board of directors to discuss investing in Bitcoin. Microsoft shareholders are scheduled to vote on a proposal to assess investing in Bitcoin during the annual meeting on December 10th. So we're about, I want to say about 10, 20 days away from that. This is huge. Michael Saylor is now the guy people are having. Hey, why don't you come over and do a presentation?
Like an
for
AMA for Bitcoin.
What do you think?
I think they probably vote yes, man. I mean, like,
Yeah.
why would they say no? December 10th could be a very memorable day in the history books of Bitcoin, to where Microsoft voted yes, right? I think that would definitely propel the price of Bitcoin that day. Like I said, December is the most aggressive day during the halving year for Q4, so I expect higher, right? We're gonna go higher. I don't even really look at Bitcoin's price really that much anymore, because like, even if it like pulls back right now, let's say it's pulled back a
Yeah.
couple times, it's gotten to like 89,000, 88. That's still like really good compared to like us hovering constantly for the past
Yeah.
6 months, right? So like, to me, I'm not worried about Bitcoin's price at all. I'm just kind of waiting on, like, okay, when are we going to see the first aggressive, really truly aggressive, like, Bitcoin ecosystem asset and alt season? So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for $100,000 Bitcoin. I want 100,000 to be like the support. If we can get up that way, get to like 115, and then come back down to hang out at Bitcoin's 100K support line, I think that is where we're going to be. That is when alt season can really start, in my opinion. And then everything kind of rises and falls with Bitcoin at that point. So, and then maybe some things kind of run without Bitcoin running, and that is when we enter something that we've been waiting for 4 years.
Yeah, parabolic moments. But, the dominance chart, it's weird. There's a couple people in here that will be like, Bitcoin's dominance is not done. We're going to see 70%. And we really haven't seen that. We've seen it dominate, but it's really gone, to around that 61, almost 62%. But that's it. And
Yeah.
it like ranges back and forth. So maybe we just need that like push up to 100,000 while everything just stays still to get close to that 70%. I don't know
Yeah.
what we need, but something.
Yeah, I do. I think that we just need we need to get above that. I think everyone's after we get over 100, like there's no more waiting. Like that's what everyone's kind of waiting for, in my opinion. That's what people keep saying. We got to get over the 100K mark, and then I think everything changes. And sitting here at 95, 94.7, I mean, dude, that's less than 5%. Like,
Yeah, but we didn't expect to be this far along either. So, what was
well, it depends when. In March, I expect it to be that far along,
I'm
but
talking
not
about
in
where we are
September.
now,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
no one expected this. So I feel like we're kind of dealing with house money a little bit here, right? For at
Yeah.
least to finish up Q4. And if 100,000 is what they're waiting on, I guarantee if we break 100,000 by like middle of December, they're gonna say 110 is the next. It's like, that's
Yeah.
just human nature. It's
Well,
greed.
100's different though. Like
I mean, it's always different this
it's
time.
no, no, no. It's not. I don't
Always
mean that though. I
different
just
this
mean that
time.
100K is just like it's just that number, right? There is no number 110, 120. There is no number like 100K Bitcoin. That's like a million. The next threshold would be $1 million Bitcoin, in my opinion. I think that is the number where everything really starts, and really people. That is when the retail users be like really start looking. I'm like, oh wow, this can
So I
10x.
agree that 100,000 is like a huge milestone. It's the
Yeah,
six-figure mark and
100%.
stuff like that. You're gonna
It's
have some
nothing
other
like it.
big one. you're gonna have other big ones, 250, 500, and then a
Yeah, that's
million.
not to me.
The next
It's
biggest one
100K
will
and a
be
million.
be a million, but I think like hitting half a million is going to be huge too. But we'll
No, I
see.
mean, yeah, but that's like, that's like the first time they hit 10,000. That was huge for them. But like 50,000, 60,000, I mean, it was just like normal, right? At that point, because you hit 40, you hit 50, you hit 60, but nothing's like adding a zero to your
Well,
number.
I'm looking
Nothing
at
is
it
like
like
that.
kind of like in fractions, right? So you always go like
Yeah.
25%, 50, and then 100%, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of like obviously the
I'm
100%
looking
is the
on the
most
fact of
impactful.
on people's bit clocks, you're gonna have to move over one. That changes everything. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
that's a
But
huge accomplishment, though. That's different. So we'll see.
So Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO of Rumble, he tweeted or posted yesterday, should Rumble add Bitcoin to its balance sheet? And then Michael Saylor, I guess he's seen the Bitcoin symbol in the sky, runs out like Batman to help streaming platform purchase it. So
I
I guess,
mean, he's
it's
obviously going to be making money off all this like advisement roles, right? Like advising roles
yeah,
and stuff like that. So it's interesting. I wouldn't be too shocked. Look, like the conservative kind of social media platforms and stuff, like you have Parler, you have Rumble. Parler's getting involved. I think they launched their own token, or they're about to. They're probably acquiring Bitcoin as their
yeah,
like in their treasury. We're just going to see Bitcoin's just going to be added to a lot of things as a hedge, as a security. You know, we were talking pre-show. I think a lot of industries that are seasonal that might be struggling with seasonal volume and stuff, they'll probably pick up Bitcoin to kind of offset that at different times, right? So
yeah.
we're just going to see it Bitcoin used in ways of hedging and security that we haven't in forever. So
I agree. And then we have let me jump through these next four banners pretty quickly because they're all pretty much the same. President-elect Donald Trump nominates pro-Bitcoin Howard Lutnick for Secretary of Commerce. This is pretty big in the sense of another Bitcoiner is joining Trump's staff, right?
yeah, I mean they're just adding them, right? And we're all expecting a pro Bitcoin / crypto administration, and this is just
Yeah.
the beginnings of it, right? So they're getting all the right people. Brian Armstrong's trying to get they're trying to get him involved, Charles Hodgkinson, and all those people, right? So I think we got to be excited because regulation should be looking pretty nice by summer of next year.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. And then BlackRock says there's a renewed sense of optimism following President-elect Trump's promise to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And then Van Eck, right after that, they come out and they endorse President-elect Trump's plan to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And then Cynthia Loomis comes out and she's like, we can get 1 million Bitcoin in the reserve. So, I mean, come on, dude. This is so bullish. Like, people like we were just talking to somebody in a meeting and they're like, I wasn't expecting, us to hit this for this bull run, or maybe he's like 150, 180. And it's like, you're not bullish enough. You are not bullish enough. I mean, this is insanity. 1 million Bitcoin? There's only 20, like let's just say 17 million Bitcoin that's actually like still around, right? Like it's wild.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think there's like 18, almost 19 million in circulation. I was looking
Well,
at
you
it
don't know how much
yesterday.
is lost. That's the problem.
Yeah. So you deduct that, right? What's not moving and stuff. So probably close to 18 million or high 17s. But yeah, I mean, yeah, United States having 1 million Bitcoin is huge, right? Anybody having that much is really, really
Yeah.
big. But I think a lot of perceptions were skewed because they were waiting on the election, right? They were like, if Trump doesn't win, then we're probably in a tough time, like for a bull market at least, right? So,
Yeah.
and I think people were really registering that 150,000 Bitcoin if Kamala won and not Trump. But now that he's won, it's kind of hard for them to kind of readjust their perception because
Yeah.
now we're like turbo expediting like the price of Bitcoin, right? And so that's why it's exciting. That's why it seems shocking to even seasoned veterans in the space, because some of them had it in their mind that like, oh, there's a big possibility he won't win.
Yeah.
So I think
I
that's
agree.
the adjustment.
And then our good friend Bob Lucas, he says a running higher consolidation releasing now. This is the Uber bull case for the remainder of the 60-day cycle. So he has this thing where it's like these cycles run in 60 days, and he's kind of pointing it out to here. Let me get control. Zoom in a little bit here. So, and I'm going the wrong way.
There you go.
All right, so
Yeah, you can just press that plus button. It's going.
See out donut? Yeah, it's
There
like
you go.
maxed out, I guess.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
right there's the
So
biggest you're
anyway,
gonna get. Yeah.
I can just read it off. So basically, this is the last daily candle here, and he's on the daily, and he's basically saying we're gonna go up. Mid-December, we're gonna hit about 114,000. That's his predicament, and then he says basically sideways from December 10th, pretty much all the way to here in February, but we will have a new all-time high of about 128,000. What do you think about this chart here? This is from Bob Lucas.
Yeah, I feel like Bob has been a little bit everywhere for this kind of cycle in his forecasting and stuff like that. I don't know. I respect the guy. He's definitely good at what he does, but I just feel like it was hard for him to really decide if he was gonna, we were gonna be in the super cycle or the left translated cycle, right? Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, like I just look at this as pure speculation because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to tell, exactly what happens here, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't doubt that going to 114 in January, February, and then going back down makes sense, right? Like, and then we see really that really giga pump, in spring, and then I think in the summer we're really going to finally have the Bitcoin summer thing, that
I'm
we've been
selling in
calling.
May, bro, and
But
going away.
the thing that we've been calling for the past 2 years, why wouldn't it happen in a bull run year? So I think we probably get that, and there's probably gonna be some DeFi fun as well. And then in the winter is when we're gonna see, in my opinion, the big boom, and we'll see what happens after that. I think that's thinking with the 4-year cycle mentality. But what else do we have to go off of?
Yeah. Well, one thing about Bob Lucas though is every chart he's ever given has been two ways. It's been, hey, we could do this or we could do that, right? And he was right for the most part on a lot of his sideways charts of his negative aspects of it. And now he's not even giving the two sides anymore. He's saying this is
Where we're going,
right? So I'm curious. I'm going to play this back in about a month and kind of I'm going to save it and kind of get back to it because I'm curious if we're going to hit that 114 by mid-December and then really, go back down by the end of the year and then just have that upward momentum in the beginning of January that takes us to, 128,000. But still, his low for that bottom there is 96,000. So he's projecting 114 down to 96, and then start the year off with a bang. So we'll see.
Yep, man. Definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't bet against him. He has all the experience. So
get into the Bitcoin fear and greed here. So last week was a 84. Yesterday was a 90. My hint for you today is we're still in extreme greed, but we're getting kind of low here. What's your pick?
We're in extreme greed. And what were we yesterday?
We were at 90 yesterday, but an 84 last Wednesday.
I'll say 86. 87?
Pretty close. I would say 83.
83. Wow. We jumped down.
Yeah. Is that surprising to you? Because I feel like it's a little surprising to me.
No, I wasn't looking at the Bitcoin price at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm telling you, that's the thing that just throws me off is that what are people thinking at 8 p.m. Eastern every day?
Now it's 7 p.m. Thanks
or
to
7.
Time. But yeah. Yep. All right, guys, let's get into that Bitcoin price action, which I've been waiting for. I cannot wait to look at more candlesticks that are green, but this is brought to you guys by BitPerp. BitPerp is going to be the leading leverage trading platform in all the Bitcoin ecosystem. They're going to be letting you guys do your runes, your BRC20s, your layer 2 assets, everything. You'll be able to take leverage if you want to, but they will have a paper trading competition coming back out probably in a week or two. Right now, they're making adjustments to the site, making sure it is absolutely perfect so they can launch this and then eventually launch mainnet. Everyone who has used this will probably get something. That's normally how points work. And I'm very excited for BitPerp and their launch.
Yep. And before we get into the Bitcoin price action, guys, if you wouldn't mind on the YouTube side, smash that like for us and subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on so you know when we are live to prep yourselves for this bull run year. And then also on the X side, hit that like for us and share the space. That would be a huge help. Thank you guys so much. And I want to share my screen here because if you guys did miss out on the first paper trading competition, do not worry. There's other ways for you to get access to BTP. You can deposit wrapped ETH or USDC into the PERQ, PERQ_FI, so PerkFi platform, and then you can earn BTP that way before the TGE. Also, if you made any trades at all during the paper trading competition, you will qualify for a chance to win 5,000 BTP. But let's get into the Bitcoin price action. I would use the BitPerp charts, but they are in maintenance, as Shizzy said. So we're going to start off with Trading View, and we're going to look at the hour chart, guys. You can see here, this morning, building this huge uptrend pull. So typically, whenever there's a big pull, there's either, are we going to create a bull flag, or are we going to have a reversal here? So this is the first, looks like, part of the leg down. So this doesn't mean that the bull flag is out of the question. It depends on how aggressive this is. If this goes back up a little bit, then we form another red candle, maybe another one, and then bam, really kind of play out that bull flag. So that could be in play. I mean, we touched 95,000. Typically when we hit a new all-time high, we kind of break through it. It's kind of like opening the floodgates. So that's why I do expect us to kind of have another rise back up and then test that area again, and then maybe get to 95.5, try to knock on the door of 96,000. In terms of the indicators, you can see here on the stochastics, we've been up here for a little good minute here, since 4 a.m. this morning, and looks like it wants to head back down towards oversold, but we'll see if that happens, because we have seen many times Bitcoin trying to get through all-time highs and build up some momentum and then retrace, but then only to, maybe an hour or two later, really break through that price barrier there. So on the MACD, you can see it is starting to weaken here. So this is another sign that price does want to come back down. So let's kind of give it some time here. I think 30 minutes we'll get our answer, 30 minutes or an hour. But yeah, so for me, like I said, every time that I've seen it tease with new all-time highs or maybe barely touch it, it's maybe had a little pullback with reversal going back up, trying to break through that price. So I'm going to stay a little bit optimistic. I think we retest that area. If we do retest it, then I think we do break through it and we see something like 95.5. If not, if we don't retest it, then, we'll obviously be seeing, further lower today. On the 4-hour chart, this is actually my favorite because it gives you the next 2 to 3 days. It was looking pretty bullish here, still not out of the, bullish sentiment necessarily. We do see it weakening here on the MACD, but we did start to develop some strong green candles here on the MACD. We're just seeing a little bit of retracement after hitting that 95,000. We're still trading above the 50-day EMA, so that's a good sign here. I think we really kind of need to see how the hour chart plays out to give us really, so the second half of today is going to really tell us how we'll probably trade heading into the weekend on Friday. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more time before I decide what I think is going to happen heading into the weekend. But we're really going to be paying attention to that hour chart, and that is what I'm seeing. But I do want to show you guys this. The Bitcoin dominance is, man, it's still there. You can see we're almost back to 61%. If we have to hit that 70%, then I kind of want to do it now, get it out of the way. I'd hate for us to kind of just bounce back and forth between 60 and 62% for the rest of November, and then have to wait till like mid-December to hit that 70%. But that could be the case. I don't control how Bitcoin and the alt markets correlate with each other, but as of right now, the alts are still going to have to be patient, because we need this number, the 60%, to really be at least like below 50, probably 45, maybe 40, before the alt market can really get aggressive again. So that is what we're seeing, guys, on the Bitcoin price action.
What happens if nation states and these companies start buying Bitcoin and Bitcoin just goes parabolic, but these altcoins really don't run as hard, and Bitcoin hits like 80% on the dominance chart? Do you think that's something that's possible if the nation states, or do you think the other money will look for deals, I guess you would say, on Ethereum and all these other bigger assets and that stuff? Is that possible for Bitcoin to hit 80%?
So I think that there could be a possible scenario to where Bitcoin is going ballistic because nation states, but then you have your typical whale traders that have made, a ton off of Bitcoin, and they're like, okay, like let's get this kind of alt market also going a bit, because at 80% is crazy, right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely possible because we've seen how aggressive they've been, and a lot of these nation states are probably trying to front run the U.S. and not just nation states in the U.S. too. You know, like we're hearing about like Pennsylvania, talking about strategic reserve, the city of Detroit accepting Bitcoin for tax payments and stuff like that. So, you know, I think we just got to kind of wait and see because we're in like uncharted waters for this. You know what I mean? So like, this is new for a lot of people.
I agree. All right, let's get into the roll call here. First is first, and there was no graveyard. So shout out to you guys who came in last night. Tim Baker, AODR himself, he came in and he said graveyard, but no, sir. You were able to make the official you win today. You are number one. Thank you so much, Tim. Tim's one of our mods and one of our longest subs as well. Appreciate you, Tim. Chief Axel, another one of our guys, man. Our G, Chief Axel's here. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh. He loves me and I love you with his Billy Cat. Shout out to
Love
Billy
that
Cat. And shout out to Mr. Hanky. Yes, sir. Yasher, another one of my mods. He says, hello, people. Shout out to Yasher. Claudia U is here. Shout out to Claudia U. Webdro, our guy, Danny D Blocks. Then we have Patrick Nand is here. Ordinals Tweets is here. Oh, wow. We got our friend Universe.
Let's go.
It's been a long time. It's been over 10 days, which is weird for us in Universe since we stopped doing Tap Tuesdays. Ordinals Chips is here, and then we have Kaya is here with Dog. Nighthawk is here. Braydon Gardner is here. He says with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution. Yes, sir. Bringing our song. Then we got Sammy Turnpike right down the street. Shout out to Sammy Turnpike. Mempool Punk is here. Sammy says, good to be here. Yeah, it's good to have you here, man. Appreciate the last 2 days. I Walk Alone is here, like always. Is GM feeling bullish. Let's go. Smash that like and share. Let's be rich. Yes, sir. Shout out to I Walk Alone, man. Let's be rich. Let's get it. We're all pre-rich, right? I think that's what he was saying a while ago, and now we're getting there. Fixed is here, says GM. Francis sucks. All right. Chain Watchers here. Nighthawk UXL is here. Choda is here. Then we have Pawan is here. He says, when do you think Sat's Pump Fund will launch? I don't know.
Well, didn't it launch? Or
no,
what?
No.
Okay.
I honestly think it's probably like a few weeks away. In my opinion,
it's not considered a launch today with them having the thing.
So they stopped calling this the first Pump Fund coin. They're now calling it the mascot coin. So that's how I think that's how, you know, they're just trying to push something out at this point. But
gotcha.
Manuel is here. Tim Baker says, let's go, boys. Any new partners have to start counting on my toes. Yeah, dude, we're going to look like a NASCAR. Pelpa is here. Kenta is here. Mr. Lucky Pandas is here. Omnipresent. Yeah, omnipresent. Is that do it like OmniSwap, right? OmniSat. I think that's
Mr. Omnipresent. You're present everywhere.
Steamy J is here, and we got David in the building. Happy Homer, and Universe says, miss you guys. Matt says, Universe tap giveaway is gonna fly on hard. Damn! Shout out to every single one of you guys, man. Appreciate everyone who makes the roll call each and every day. Shout out to you guys. All right. Let's kind of get into the next thing here. The untapped Bitcoin assets set to explode. It has to be runes, right? Like if I have to narrow it down and kind of pick an asset class, would I pick runes, or do you think it's the entire Bitcoin ecosystem, the taps, the BRC20s, the runes, and everything else that's coming as well?
Yeah, so I think this title was supposed to say 2025. And so that's where we're off a little bit, but it's okay because we can talk about both, right? So I think obviously it's, in my opinion, there's going to be utility runes that possibly start to really spike in 2024, but definitely in 2025. You know, there's going to be a onslaught of launches with utility projects that are building right now. You know, I can look at our partners and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the top up there that are going to be launching runes, and they're all utility, right? So there's that for 2024. But for the 2025 side, I think we're going to see there's going to be 2 explosions. There's going to be spring and winter, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm projecting. And I think that we start to see like a lot of aggressive talk again in the summer about these layers of value assets in the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? So early inscriptions, rare sats. So they're going to be related to the ordinal space. So there's going to be like an ordinal NFT / boom in that Q4 of next year, I think, or heading into it. And I think that's whenever these untapped Bitcoin assets, because you got to remember, you know, someone might try to tokenize uncommon sats. Someone that's from outside the ecosystem right now, they're going to look for opportunities. Where can we fit into this Bitcoin ecosystem? We're good builders. We've built into other ecosystems, and someone's going to be like, well, there's uncommon sats. There's only one per block. So the total supply is 880,000, 890,000 total. Let's tokenize those. That's a small supply. Could be a huge, you know, opportunity there. So I think that's the untapped Bitcoin assets, is the layers of value. That's my opinion in 2025.
You couldn't really do that on layer 1 with the uncommon sats, right? There's no decentralized way of doing that. You would have to potentially bridge them to another chain, whether that's a layer 2 or something like that. Is there any other way, do you think, able to tokenize them without, you know, keeping it decentralized in the same way?
What do you mean, tokenize them on layer 1?
Like, how do you tokenize them on layer 1 besides
So
centralization?
the biggest thing is you would have to make sure that the wallets wouldn't spend them, right? So it would be all about the wallet indexing. So we have Xverse on board that doesn't spend rare sats and exotic sats, right? And UniSat kind of, it's like I don't feel like 100%
I would never
comfortable,
put rare sats on there.
but they say that they do. But it really would depend on the wallets that would participate in it. So if it is Xverse and Leather or whatever that are doing that, or Magic Eden as well, because we know Magic Eden will do it because they sell them on the marketplace. And they
but
have.
how do you do it in a decentralized way on layer 1? Is that possible, do you think?
What do you mean by decentralized way?
How do you tokenize these coins? Like, you're gonna have to issue them a token.
I mean, you can look at them as fungible tokens already as individual sats.
Yeah, but when I have them in my wallet, it just shows like I won't be able to, like, I'm talking fully tokenize them, like liquidity pools and that type of stuff. Like, I don't know, like they're not tokenized, they're in an NFT form. You know?
So
like when I have a rare sat in my wallet, it looks like an NFT.
I mean, but so are like runes and stuff, right?
No, but runes will say like 25,000 Billy Cat, 50,000 Satoshi. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, is that possible in layer 1?
Yes. I mean, it's all about the wallet indexing. It's how they display it, you know. So if they recognize it's a uncommon sat in general,
but
they can give you a total of what uncommon sats you have.
Okay, so you know what BRC20s, right? When you buy a BRC20, it goes in that wallet, right? So it's not in like a inscription. But if I get a rare sat, it's in an inscription, technically, right? So it's kind of like, is there any way to tokenize? That's not a token.
BRC20s are in an inscription though.
Yeah, but like if you buy it, whatever, you can get rid of every inscription in your wallet, and it's gone, right? But you can inscribe a transfer inscription.
Basically, what you're saying is like one inscription with total balance is what you're saying.
Exactly.
So that's going to be hard because of how unique these uncommon sats are. So, you know, it's really going to depend upon, you know, for example, if you remember the BRC20s that were inscribed on, like, I don't know, like rare and exotic stats, there was a couple of them, right? But like, you know, people, because of the fact that like they all go into one balance, you lost that eventually if you kept transferring it over, right? So you would literally have to, you know, say kind of like how bitmaps are on Merlin, right? With like
that's a smart contract.
Well, I'm just telling you, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that you can have a 4 digit bitmap and they won't recognize it over there because it's just a bitmap and you're trading that for bitmap token. So you'd have to accept that if you want to partake into this you know, this economy. So you know, it might not be able to work on layer 1. You know, it might just be a layer 2 thing, but you know,
but then you could make it a rune and make it 1-to-1, just like how bitmap is. Like, I think that is the way to go, whether that's you know, on Merlin or on another L2. I think get someone create. This is a project for somebody, right? So create basically what Merlin Phantom did, and I think it could be really successful. But I do not think until that point, rare sats will be really, I don't know, really sought after until they're in tokenized form, especially by like, I mean, think about it. You can put uncommons on exchanges at that point.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say is that that's even without that, if the collector market comes back strong, rare sats 100% are going to come back strong. Because like these are collectors that you're talking to now. That whenever you tell them, you describe what makes this rare, that gets them excited. That gets them to want to spend money. So there's going to be a market for it always, in my opinion. Whether that market is hot or not, that's it's going to be seasonality. Kind of like if you look at tangible collectibles.
Yeah.
Sport depends on the sport. If like basketball cards are hot, it's when basketball season's in. Football cards aren't hot when basketball season's in. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. So
I agree. All right, jump to the next thing here. Tyler S. Crypto, he has like 200,000 followers on YouTube. He said he scooped up some dog and has reported on his YouTube channel. And Crypto Banter reports dog and runes ecosystem with potential focus episode next week. These are two massive YouTubers. I think Crypto Banter is close to 1 million, if not right there. And Tyler S. I watch every video of his. He's pretty much on point with his TA. This is getting out of hand now. Dog has now entered the retail mindset right now.
Yeah, it has. It's taking mindshare, and I think this is amazing because so many people like Thread Guy. I'm gonna call him out. Thread Guy, said runes. I would never buy runes, and I'm staying away from it and all this stuff because he tried to be a part of the group that pumped it, and his pump efforts, not just him but other people, didn't work to what they thought. And he said, well, if I can't pump it, it's not gonna pump. No, it depends on the market conditions and sentiment, and we are in that time frame. Sometimes you can't force a narrative, and that's exactly what runes was. You couldn't force it. It was going to happen in its time. That's where we are now.
I agree. I 100% agree. Yes, they did try to force. Everyone tried to force it, and the market was like not ready. I've learned something though, especially recently. You never want to get into an asset class, a new asset class, early. It doesn't work. You want to come in 6 months after, and that's when you want to get into it, when it's kind of bottoming out. So that's something definitely that I learned this cycle. Early doesn't mean good.
I somewhat agree with that. Heading into a bull market, no. Heading into a bull market, you want to get in early, but the timing matters. But I agree with you to where we came into this market.
Asset class, not an asset. Like that's kind of my point.
Yeah, but like if there was a hot asset class right now, like this is the perfect time to get in, right? Because we're heading into a bull market. So you can time it 4 months from now if it's a hot asset class. That's
I meant new though, like a new asset class. I don't think that's the right moment to get into it. Something new. Something a couple days old or a month old.
I think outside of a bull market, yes. But in a bull market, no. Because marketing matters mostly in a bull market anyways. Right? Yeah. So like if you have enough marketing power and push, you are going to make that asset class a $1 billion asset class if you have the right people behind it in a bull market. But even if you have the right people behind it, like you saw what happened in 2023 when we got into this market, that was the bear market still. And we made lots of money because the right people were behind ordinals, and we got into it.
If you got into in March, right? You had 2 good months, and then the summer was awful. You had 4 months of it was bad. The summer of 2023 was really bad for
in a bear market. In a bear market, so you have 2 months of amazing.
Yeah, and then 6 months later, it was absolutely amazing. So, but we just don't know that in a bull market. There's no, I mean, DeFi came out. DeFi was really hot. It died, and then it came back, right? And I just feel like I think every asset class needs to have that dead moment before it can really start taking off. And I think we're in, like, for the instance, I would say we've been in a bull run since September. If you look at the chart, and something like Fractal, it's completely dead. It's like dying every single day. So, and I think that's going to take 6 months before it can really start pumping. And even though we are in this bull run.
But that 6 months prediction that you're talking about. Well, everybody's predicting average. Everybody's predicting that from now, 6 months from now, to be when all alts go
Yeah.
absolutely nuts. So that's
Okay.
what I'm trying to explain to you is that like,
Yeah.
even if you get into like a new asset that's hot, it has to have people behind it that's going to push it. If 2023 was this year, or like, you know, let's fast forward and cut the good parts of 2023 and put it into where we are now and it's just starting, I think that the ordinals class would probably explode. You know what I mean? Or like the BRC20s thing will go like go 5-10 times harder, like in leading into the spring, you know. But we were lucky enough to get into a hot narrative with the right people behind it in a bear market, and that's how we made money. No one else was making money. Every once in a while, people were making money on Solana. That was it.
Yeah,
that was it. And then now we're here. But I agree with you. Every other time period other than like right before a bull market, you're right. You need to have the dead period.
If runes dropped right now, with Bitcoin running right now, I still think it would be just too overhyped. Let's just say instead of making that day of launch, you know, the halving day, he made it January 1st. I still think that it would be so hyped up going into it that it would drop hard, and then once something is like on that edge of falling and it just starts falling, it's like a snowball that coming down a mountain, right? It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, so it eventually hits a bottom. And I think every asset class needs that, no matter where we are in the marketplace. If runes dropped in January, I still think in February
it wouldn't be anywhere.
It
wouldn't be anything close to what it experienced earlier this year, though. You would have a temporary pause, pullback, maybe, and an explosive like spring. So you might have like a month or two off, and then explosive.
I still think, but the two months would be tough for like a really tough.
But
2 months. Way worse than the 6 months that
that's the difference between a bull market and a bear market. And that's,
I think I think we'd still get a bottom, but I don't think that bottom's gonna be 6 months. I think it is going to be So, all right, moving along here. UniWorlds today. We are excited to officially launch a UniSat World, a decentralized avatar application that enables interaction and creation with the Bitcoin ecosystem. So this is something that they dropped, and it looks like they're still kind of building on Bitcoin here. But I kind of want to show this because this is pretty cool. They have this. If you go to alpha.satworld.io, you guys can kind of create your avatar and actually inscribe it, which is pretty crazy. I've been messing with it a little bit. What do you think about this so far? I do like the way it looks. It looks really good.
So it reminds me of if you ever used the Meta VR, basically is what it reminds me of, because there was a couple games that I got into. One was very similar to this. You basically get to create your character, your avatar, and type of face, dress them, all that stuff. So pretty good so far. It'd be interesting to see where this goes next, right? Because this reminds me so much of it, because you have your own room and all that stuff too. So I'm just glad they're releasing stuff now.
Yeah, I am too. And they got this big article here. If you go to UniWorlds, you guys can read it. Basically about all the changes and everything that they've come through, and kind of what they're planning on next. So definitely check this out. Go over to UniWorlds. Are you excited for UniWorlds? Because I don't know if I am. Like, it's not really.
I don't have much skin in the game, right?
Yeah.
So for me, like, I have to have skin in the game to be extra excited. But I am a little excited to see what they can do, because they did, have a lot of promise in terms of the people that were pushing it. You had your Canadian ambassador and Block. You had, a lot of people big on it, and they had the keys of destiny or whatever it was called. And so I don't know. Let's see if they can fulfill what they initially planned out to do.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. And then let's go to your boy Bongo here. BDC nomination has been approved on the Binance Futures Next platform. Now we need to vote BDC to show strength. And he kind of had this little thing here, and you guys can go to this link. It's Binance Futures. Nope. Binance.com/EN futures, but I don't see anything here. I don't know why. Are you seeing anything on his link that he put?
Do you have your VPN on?
No. That could be.
You probably need it on, because it's a futures platform. I know that like the major futures platforms, they do request or require that you're not from the US.
Gotcha.
I can't wait till that's done.
So annoying, especially with the Magic Eden bull crap there.
Yeah. So let me see if I can maybe get it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was taking a look at it the other day or yesterday, and it was pretty exciting. You have basically, so I'm gonna get into this. So there was 3 that were nominated that were very well known, and then the 3 were Dog, BDC, and Pups. Okay, and Pups got rejected, and Dog and BDC didn't. So let me share my screen here.
When you say rejected, what does that mean?
There was a reason why they, couldn't get into the next stage, basically, right? And so I don't know that to me, when I first saw that, I was like, that's a pretty big blow to Pups, because Pups was known as the number 2, meme token over here. But you can see here, Dog, look at Dog, man. 118.5 thousand people have voted for Dog, right? So you obviously have to have an account and stuff like that, because I tried to vote and I couldn't, because US, And so if you look here, you can see some other projects that actually have some notoriety, right? Like we know Arb Doge from like the bear market, right? They launched that a while back. But let's go to page 2 and see what is on page 2. You see some Bone that has been out forever. Raka's a big one that we know about. Oh wow, Rune Genesis. Look at you see Rune Coin here. Wow, I did not expect them to
see
be
Raka on there. Oh wow,
yeah, Raka's right here. They're BNB, so they have credibility. And then you see Rune Coin here. Wow, I didn't expect them to be on the second page, but then you see $1 Billion Cat right here on the third page. And then those are the only 3 runes that got nominated. But if you keep going through these, and you see some pretty big names here. We know P Stake, that's pretty cool. I didn't expect to see them on here. You see Map Protocol. But there were some big ones that I saw on here that I was shocked that were kind of further down, where they are. Osmosis. Osmosis, like this low. Flare.
Well, yeah, it's just
Flare.
a swap now. Yeah,
Flare is a whole network.
Nakamoto
right?
Games, damn.
Yeah, I don't know what Nakamoto Games is, but you have a Poo.
It's like
a Poo, which is a meme coin. Chronos. This is Crypto.com's chain coin, and the fact that they're like number 8, and then like you have $1 Billion Cat on the third page, and then you have the first 3 pages you have runes on. So I think that's
Lambda.
Where?
Lambda? Go over one. Down. Right.
I don't think this is the same Lambda though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same Lambda.
I was about to say, Lambda making moves.
Yeah. Get back on the show. No, I'm just kidding. So this is they are welcome back on the show, but this is not the Lambda that is for the Bitcoin ecosystem. This one is actually on Ethereum. So, but that goes to show you that the mind share of runes is coming back, man. I don't know, dude. I'm kind of a little bit getting bullish on Rune Coin, and I don't want to be, because I don't want to buy it, because I know that like as soon as I buy it, that they're gonna disappear.
Or BitGod's gonna come out and be like, I was the founder the whole time, and then it goes to 0. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think you might see I know we're gonna see Dog, right? That's a given, but do you think we see $1 Billion Cat? It only has 5,000 votes, while Dog is 100.
Yeah, well, you're talking about the first page, so you're talking about the most,
yeah.
It goes from this. So 3.1 million is number 1, and then Dog is number 5 at 118,000. Number 6 is 60,000 votes. So it drops dramatically after number 1, which BDX. Do you know what that is? Beldex?
No idea.
I don't know what that is. But yeah, so yeah, I actually think that all 3 get added. Because you have, if you were to add 3, I would have probably picked personally Pups over RuneCoin, but there was obviously some red flags or something that came up, right? And so I think because of that, because RuneCoin got added, dude, like for me, like they wanted 3, in the voting process and stuff like that. And if the 3 get into a top, I don't know, maybe 30. And another weird thing too that I'm starting to notice is like decentralized exchanges are building a separate platform for like perps and stuff now. Like we saw first Kraken Pro, Then we saw Coinbase do it, and they're going to list the ME token on there. And now we're seeing Binance with the futures platform. So I think they're expecting like relaxed regulation, and because of that, they're adding these perps and futures leverage platforms that are separate that can be solely focused on it. So it's a very interesting thing to see, and it might be a future indicator of, hey, look, this token's on the perps platform is probably gonna get listed on spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely how it works with Kraken. They actually do that to kind of, instead of having you pay for the coin, they just kind of list you there and see if they can make some money from it. And if they can, they purchase the coin on spot and then end up listing it. So that's pretty cool. But I think the reason why they like to do two website things is just because the normies don't get like messed up, right? Like when I try to use MEXC and then I try to buy spot, sometimes I'll be on the leverage and I get annoyed. I'm like, I don't want to do leverage, just want to buy spot. And then, and then it's just so I think having the two platforms is actually better, and maybe having a switch up at the top. I think that it's a better user experience for sure.
Yeah, that could be the case as well.
Let's kind of get into some Fractal Bitcoin stuff. Lock, vote, unlock, claim coming soon. So this is pretty cool. So you'll be locking your FB tokens. Let me share my screen here. But this is from Fractal Bitcoin. They say basically coming soon. The first ever OpCat vote in your hand. So you'll be able to lock your FB up, vote for what what the foundation is going to be doing, or the company. I don't really know what they call Fractal Bitcoin Foundation or company right now, but so obviously they have 50% of the supply, and you would now be able to vote on different aspects of Fractal Bitcoin, maybe updates, maybe what to do with some of the tokens. I don't know. What do you think about this? We did when this came out 2 hours ago, we had a pop. It popped up like 20% after this came out. Do you think this is a big deal? I mean, they're trying to find ways to lock up the FB token.
So I think it's a start. We're gonna see how much it's utilized.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's probably like a lot of whales that don't care about like the way what happens with OpCat, right? But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's tweaks and changes and stuff to where they feel like it can bring more volume and stuff like that. I do think this is a good sign though that like Spencer and his team are just going to the drawing board and saying, hey, let's give more utility to the FB token. We need to give people a reason to want to hold this and feel like it's valuable. And so it's definitely a good start.
Yeah, and let's say for other opcodes, right? Instead of like making them the sole, people who say yes or no to something, maybe now it's community. If you want to add, what is it, CTV, right?
Yeah.
Or the other opcode or whatever. Now the community decides. The holders of the FB token decide what opcodes get added. That was another thing that I was thinking about as well on the aspect of like they it should be the community that says, hey, we want this or we don't want this.
Yeah, that's the idea and the theory behind having these tokens with governance type of utility, right? It's just it can get crazy because like first, like how does the step one start? Like, do you have to have a certain amount of tokens before you can make a proposal? Only the teams can make a proposal. You know what I'm saying? So because you definitely don't want it to be like it's just a free for all for anybody to make a proposal, because that could go very wrong, right? And then something happened to the chain, an update that just it's not good for it, right? So obviously they probably have some strict standards when it comes to that, but this is good for a start because this is kind of a test too, a test run. Let's see how many people participate, and then maybe the next one's going to be a little bit more intense to where there's going to be more participation, and they'll see we've already gone through a smooth process with the OpCat voting and stuff like that. We're confident that we can handle this too.
100%. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I do think there needs to be you need to be a whale to put this out there or try to make a change, because then if let's say you have $1 million in tokens, you don't want to like hurt the chain, because then you hurt your value of your tokens. You just lost $1 million. So I think you're right. I think they need some type of I think it'd be better though if it was just a team the team proposing these things, because the team have it, they have the best intentions. Obviously, their tokens are locked up for a long time and stuff like that. So I know they have the best intentions to make sure this is right. So yeah, I would like that. The team comes out with a proposal, and let's just say you have one FB, you get one vote, right, and kind of go from there. If you have a million FB, then you get a million votes, because
that would be, I guess, like from a ratio standpoint, that would even out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, is like you have more to lose, so like, because you're invested. If you have a million FB, you have $5 million invested in this, right? Which is, you're the last person that wants this chain to go down.
Yeah, and if you go back to like the early days of DeFi, when they were really, planning out what a DAO would look like, it kind of works that way, right? To where, the largest holders get to be able to vote the most, and also people were able to sell their votes too. If you remember, and that's when things can get crazy political. So I wonder if they're going to actually implement that to where, like, if you are a large holder, you can sell 25% of your vote to someone that really wants something to push through or something. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see the future of governance with Fractal.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. All right, let's kind of get into the next thing here, which is Psyop Cat meme coin launches. So some people were able to get this super cheap, but I was not. I tried. Right now, it is sitting at a $4.4 million market cap.
Oh yeah, yep, you're right.
So yeah, I wouldn't go by this number up here. I would go by what you're trading for over here. But I'm sitting at $4.4 million market cap. So it's easy with a billion tokens. You just take the first number that is, the millions, and then the next number, which is the 100,000. So $4.4 million market cap for Psyop Cat. Some people are saying, I don't know. I love Francis, but for them to come out and say this is 150x off is not correct, because it was like maybe one person put $500 in and immediately goes to $1 million market cap, right? So it wasn't very many people who got in this super early. So I'm still going with, I think a $3 million market cap is where they launched at.
That's probably fair. If you look at what happened, there's definitely it's hard to maintain, like, getting past like 5 right now, because there were so many airdrops, and you and I were talking a little bit about this. Is it a good idea to do an airdrop for like a major token launch that you want to be able to push the market cap up with, right? Because there's just going to be so much sell pressure that comes in, regardless of what you try. Like you got to have like millions upon millions of dollars to really lift it up. And I think Dog was able to do that because of the support and the planning, strategic planning, and the people behind. Like there was a lot of people behind that planning for that. It wasn't just Leonidas. It was him plus Buoyant Capital plus probably Trevor, I'm sure, was big part in helping him plan that. Other people too. And so I don't know. We're going to see. I was talking to you about like the possibilities of this market cap. Maybe what happens if it gets to 20 million and you're like, Fractal's not even 20, but it's 30, but still that's not much more. So for something like Psyop Cat to get to 20 million on Fractal, that would be a huge accomplishment whenever the main chain token isn't even past 33 million right now.
Yeah, 100%. And and then you have to remember Cat, which is the Ordi of the Cat 20s. It's at what, an $18 million market cap, right? Something on those lines, being like 90 cents or something. So for this to even get past there would be insane. So I think that $4.4 million market cap is still too high for this one right now, until Fractal really gets back to $10. Until Cat gets to $2. Then maybe you can see this at 10 million, 15 million. But if you think that this is getting 200 million in the next couple months, you are dreaming. And Francis has a lot of problems with Leonidas, but Leonidas's launch seemed to be way better.
It was different though with the runestones. Right, rhinestones.
Well,
runestones.
Yeah.
Does he have a rhinestone jacket? No, I'm just kidding.
He might.
But no, with the runestones, it was different because there was a ton of demand that was created there. I would say if the biggest success of the pre-runes was runestones in terms of it'd be close between runestones and Arctic, but longevity, definitely runestones was the biggest success, but that demand was there. So you're already hyping up the launch of Dog with how well runestones did. And so there was a lot of belief in it. And I think that's how, and let's not forget, Dog started at what? I want to say between 40 and 60 million, maybe even 80. But it was fluctuating back, and then eventually it went on this run that got all the way to 800 million, right? Almost, I think he even touched. No, he got into 900 millions last time too, which it hasn't even gotten back to yet. But if you were to look at them, it's a different type of launch, but yeah, it definitely had more power. Now, this is day one, so let's kind of give it a couple days here.
And originally too, that this was supposed to be the first pump fund token. Now they're calling it the mascot. And there will be a new #1 pump fund token, which I kind of like that. I kind of like that this isn't the first one. I like that this is just the mascot, but this definitely lost value to me on the fact now that I want the first pump fund token. I don't want the mascot.
Yeah. I don't really know what to think of Psyop Cat for the next, I don't know, 3 months. I think it was more of a give back to people that maybe held certain BRC20s and stuff like that, and so it could be a good little stimulus. We'll see what happens. Like you said, if it gets to 20 million, then how much is that stimulus?
So right now it's at $60. It's about between $30 and $60 depending on the airdrop right now.
Gotcha.
So it really depends on
5x. So about 300.
So if we had a 5x, about $300. So but if we get to 100 million, then you got what's that, 1,500, right? So
yeah, but it's cool that it launched. Congrats to Francis and his team for launching it. Let's see what happens the next couple of days. But it's at 4 million. I do think it's going to be really hard to compete with FB's market cap. And so definitely need FB to kind of prop itself up before any other coins can, because it goes like this. It's FB Cat 20 or Op Cat, and then I guess like Psyop Cat would be contending with Glizzy and stuff like that.
Yep. All right, the next thing here, Bitmap for 50% off on Merlin starter, and some people are asking, what do you mean? Well, they're doing you go to their launch pad, you can actually pay in Merl, and you can they're doing this thing. I remember we tried it this morning? Did that work?
Yeah, so you can either pay in Merl or M-Star token. We did have an allocation of M-Star token whenever we got into their launch pad initially, so we utilized that one. So you just got to pick which one you want.
Yep. And then you guys can come here and get into this. So it says 0%, but I know it doesn't seem to be right here due to the limited network processing capacity, all a wild. So so definitely if you're interested, you guys can do this. We tried it this morning and it worked. So it's up to you guys if you guys want the 50% off the Bitmap token. So the Bitmap is using Merlin Phantom. You're able to take one Bitmap and get 10,000 tokens to each Bitmap. So that's one thing they offer over there, and you can LP pools and the whole 9 yards over there.
Yep. I mean, 50% off of the Bitmap token, and it's sitting at like $140 million market cap. I think that's a good deal. Getting Bitmap tokens at around $70 million market cap, and we expect it to do well and get on exchanges and stuff. But you got to make that decision upon yourself and see if it makes sense.
Yep. And we have a couple of questions here. I love this one. Chidi says, Shizzy, you were right. After all, I knew it. Thanks, man. I like being right. So Abdul says Francis or his buddies, that's who got in early. He spoke so much negatively about Dog. Now he is quiet. He made people lose money. So he didn't make anyone lose money, right? So I think we got to stop that off the bat. He gave his opinion. If you took his opinion as gospel and you went with it, then you lost yourself money. He didn't come to your house and press okay on your wallet to sell. So let's give him that. He claimed Dog is a scam. I don't think he claimed Dog is a scam. I think he said, dog, it's not going to do the numbers that people think it will, meaning the X's. And he's like, I would love to see what wallets hold for his coin. You can check that. It's all on chain. You can go check that. And, I'm not defending Francis whatsoever. I'm just saying that, I don't calling everything a scam it's not okay either. Right. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think you made a really solid point just now about how we as adults, guys, like we gotta, take accountability for what actions we make, even if let's say that you are being influenced by a certain account or a certain show, you gotta figure out how you cannot be influenced in a certain way and you make your own decision based off of the research and information you're getting. Now, if you're getting misinformation, then that's still on you because you got to go and double check it.
yeah.
So we're all adults here, guys. If someone listens to us because we're really hype about a token or a coin and they make a decision based on that, that is still your decision that you made, and never take advice from us. Come on, we're just two random guys on the internet that love to talk about the Bitcoin ecosystem and stuff like that. We want to teach you guys, educate you guys in the infrastructure stuff and stuff like that, but nothing is ever investment advice from here. So don't ever take it from anywhere. Just get all the information and put it together yourself.
Yep, I agree. Question from Kenta says, what do you guys think Cipher will pull back to? 50% drop or slow, Moon? So first off, I just want to say congratulations to Butoshi. Absolutely killing it with this
Crushing
one.
it.
I didn't believe in him, bro. When it dropped, I was like, oh, another cabal scam. But no, dude, he's putting in the work. It's looking fantastic. Good for him. The AI agent thing on Solana really helped him. It was just perfect timing, absolutely perfect timing, and just congratulations to anyone who got in that, because I mean it came out pretty low, and it's it did like a 25-30x already. So
yeah, but let's not get it twisted. Sometimes success equals timing and opportunity, and a little bit of luck, right? But let's remember that Butoshi was working on AI agents a long time ago.
He was,
and he has a game out for his Butoshi Bitcoin Boost collection. This guy has been in the space for a long time. You can actually find his interview that we've done with him, like I want to say like 8-9 months ago. So I think that it was just the timing for him. And in terms of, do I think a 50% pullback? I mean, it could happen, right? Because like he might be like believing in this rune and the project, like with everything he has. That doesn't mean that there's not traders getting in and out and stuff like that. Right now, it looks like on the 24 hours, it's pulled back 16.3%. So I wouldn't be too shocked if it did get maybe 30% around there. But I would imagine, like with the support he has and the his community, people he surrounds himself with, and the guy does work hard, seeing this have future success as well.
100%. I mean, you're seeing it at $33 million market cap. I mean, it is number 2 on weekly volume. It's absolutely insane. 70 Bitcoin in volume, $6.4 million in volume. Absolutely insane. That's up 355% on the 7-day. So if you bought it last Wednesday, you're up almost 355% there. So yeah, that's huge. Absolutely huge. But then let's just take a look here. We're gonna bring those guys up at 12:15, right?
Yeah, but we still have Wager Wednesdays to kind of cover. So let's hit whatever you want to hit and then jump into that.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, so Dog Go to the Moon up to 85%. And we can do this tomorrow. Let's kind of hit it on. I totally forgot about Wager Wednesday.
Yep. Let's go ahead and switch over to that for right now. So some really awesome updates, guys, in terms of Bet BTC. We want to share those with you guys, but let me pull up that branding here. There we go. All right. So let me get their site. So first, we want to kind of go over their updates because there's some really exciting stuff coming. I think the biggest thing that I'm excited about is the bet with friends and make your own markets portion. So what BetBTC is trying to kind of move towards, guys, is kind of like a decentralized predictions market, right? So an example of that would be once they have create your own markets available, which should be very soon. They're saying at the end of this month or beginning of December. anybody's going to be able to create your market. So like, let's say that I have a strong following on X and I create I have really good knowledge on college football. I can create, college football markets, and then I get 1% revenue of the total volume that people actually bet on my personal market, right? So let's say that I get like $1 million. What's 1% of $1 million? That's what? Isn't that 10,000 or something?
1,000. Yeah,
Okay.
10,000.
Yeah. So,
Like
and if you have a big following, you could easily rack the volume up, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is that like we're gonna start to see, in my opinion, really fun markets come on this platform. We're gonna see people be competitive with each other, and then we're gonna see the bet with friends part be really utilized, and that is something that's totally different as well. You not only do you create your own market, but you can set it to private or public, and you can set it to only profiles within the platform to participate in. Let's say that you and 3 other friends do I don't know who's going to win the Super Bowl every year. You could create that market and lock it in only for you and then people can bet the team. You can put the list of teams in there. They can take whoever they want, and then that resolves at the end of after the Super Bowl's over, right? So that's the cool aspect of this decentralized kind of predictions market. Now, obviously, with that, comes people that are going to create their own markets, and they might not be as clear with their market and stuff like that. And you got to make that decision as an adult. Okay, this guy doesn't make good markets. I'm not going to play in his market. And that's so where there's an opportunity for someone to kind of have a revenue stream by doing that. As a user, you got to see who has like the best markets and best reputation and stuff like that. So I think it's super exciting. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I love it. So I can do something like what's the price of this coming out at, right? So if the price drops, let's just say there's a new token, and I could say what's going to be, at 12 o'clock, what's going to be the market cap, and only me, you, and a few, maybe we just do Ordinal Revolution, right? We just do a members video where we make that market, and that could be fun, exciting, and it's more ways of doing different things with your community. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yep. And then I did kind of want to hit on some of these Bitcoin focused markets, because this one to me is probably the easiest one. I hate to point this out, but like, look at this. What will the price of Bitcoin be at the end of 2024? Below 50K or between 50? So, okay, this one's not necessarily the one. Which one is it? Did they remove it? No, it's this one. Sorry.
Yeah.
There it is right here. It says... Now, I don't know, dude. This one could maybe. Do you think there's a chance it could be below 100,000 before the end of this year?
Well, this is by the end of 2025. I mean, with that, here, let me show my screen here. So, will Bitcoin reach 100K by the end of 20? I mean, but the one thing you have to understand is you're only getting what's in this pool. So there's only 299 pools. So the most you can win is what's in that pool, right? It's not like you're not like doubling your money up, basically, right? So I don't think it works that way.
Well, I don't know, man. There's $300, and like I'm gonna probably bet yes, because I feel like that's a guaranteed yes. Will it reach 100K by the end of 2025? Sorry for the people that bet no. I'm just saying, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm too biased, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm too bullish, Shizzy. But I feel like that's an easy one.
No,
but some other
easy.
Yeah, some other cool ones though is like, will Microsoft shareholders vote to invest in Bitcoin? So that's one that's going to be resolved after December 10th, because they're going to come up with the result that day. That could be a big one.
Yep. And you can only do this till the 8th. So the meeting with Saylor, Saylor's giving them a presentation on the 10th, and I think the voting is on the 12th. So if you guys, and I'm actually thinking about throwing some money in here and going for this. So how would you do that? It's really easy. You start an account with your Xverse wallet. You take your Xverse wallet and you kind of deposit with Xverse, and my wallet's going to pop up, and I could put, how much Bitcoin I want to put in there, and then I can hit deposit. And if I have enough Bitcoin in there, which I don't think this test wallet does, you can deposit that, and 6 blocks later, you'll be on ICP. Very, very similar to what Tap is doing, using IP as the back end for their Taproot swap. So
Yep. So So we have that one, and then the most popular one currently is will Dog go to the moon and be listed on
This
a
is a
tier
big one.
centralized exchange by the end of the 2024. So this is, I believe they are referring to centralized exchange for spot listing, but I'm not sure, but I believe that is it. And then so you have $4,676. So
Yeah.
you see right now, like if you bet 24 cents, you get $1 back for that bet. So that's the odds right now is basically, you know, you only have to put 24 cents up for every dollar to win if you bet yes. And a lot of people are getting bullish that this is going to happen. So
I actually took $200 and I bet yes with it. And that was back, dude. It was like 7%. It was super low. I kind of helped push this thing up a little bit to 23%. But someone came in and dumped $3,000 on no. So somebody was really bearish. I think it might have been Francis. I don't know who it was, but
what if it was Leonidas? He knows it's not gonna happen. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to take a look at something because someone beat me. I was number 1, and now I'm officially number 2. Mr. M, dude, this dude is grinding, bro. So he was number 1. PJ and Z was 2. I was 3. So I was like, I went hard. I put it in like $200 and I went hard on the bets. And then I got the number 1 again. And he came in and just destroyed me, pushing his points up to 1,800. So guys, this is the airdrop hunting. There's over 200 people, I want to say. Look at Yagobi, just sad. But
I'm playing on
100,
I'm on my ghost account. I'm playing on my ghost account.
But your boy is number 2. I will be taking my spot back, Mr. M. You're not going to hold it very much longer. But guys, this is going to be a one-stop shop. Check out betbtc.win and everything that you guys offer. It's fun. It's exciting. So
yeah, and so you know those points that he was just showing you guys. That's actually for future possible. I don't know.
No, we know these guys they're not messing around. They're saying this is airdrop. Like the points are going to be an airdrop.
They were one of the
sugarcoating shit.
Yeah, they were one of the utility runes that I was speaking about earlier. So just something to keep in mind. We love to give opportunities to our community, and so that's an airdrop farm opportunity. But
and
do with that.
I'll be giving away my airdrop. So whatever I get for this number 2 spot, I'm going to be giving it away to somebody. So
Robinhood.
I mean, this is what I do. I love testing stuff. Testnet is where I kill it, and I'll be giving away this airdrop. So let me be number 1 so I can give away more money.
He's so competitive. He just wants to be number 1. That's all he cares about in his whole life. But that's why he always loses to me.
My mom didn't make me for number 2. She was Ricky. She was giving me the Ricky body. If you're not first, you're last.
All right. Yeah, so that is going to wrap up Wager Wednesdays, guys. Let us know if you have any questions. And then we're going to put out the points chart probably early next week for the airdrop farming stuff. But yeah, we have Mark and Rob down waiting. We're going to bring them up because they had a big day yesterday. So let's welcome Mark and Rob from Launch Punks, and they are the main launch pad for the Tap ecosystem. What is up, Rob and Mark?
Hey guys.
Hi guys. Thanks for having us on.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, it's
for sure
been an exciting time for us. That's for sure.
Yeah. You guys have been super swamped. I know. I can see from Rob's face. He's like, man, the past 2 days has been. He's like his head's about to explode. But you guys did start off with like a big brand. With the spooky token that is for the audience that doesn't know, it is the Ghosties Tap token. It's going to be their only token, and they decided to launch it with you guys. So. How has that experience been? Good and bad. Obviously, there's learning through everything. But if you guys could talk about how that experience has been, and maybe what some of these interested audience members could look forward to possibly getting involved with it.
Do you want me, Rob?
Can you start?
Yeah. Well, we've talked to Ghosty since we got into the Tap ecosystem. So. When they decided to go with us, they had paid network. They had quite a few big people that was willing to put them on. So them going with us was a real vote of confidence, an actual, community spirited by sticking within the ecosystem. So, we've got to take our hat off to them. They've been really well supported to us. The product's amazing. The tokenomics where everyone wants to stack them sats. So this is what they're trying to help people do. So just so you know, the API for the price listing at the top, that's just been updated because it was only updating the prices every hour. We want it to be every 5 minutes now. So I think you have the same on your site, don't you?
Yeah, on our website. Yep.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Have you guys connected yet?
I actually have. Let me actually do it here. So I actually earned like 40 points so far, which is pretty cool. Or well, it might not have been 40. I can't remember the exact number, but it was whatever the first two things were. I logged in with my X account.
Yeah.
And I think I had to tweet something. Can't remember. It was a few days ago. I'm so day to day, guys. But see, come on, go.
She's got a little error there for some reason.
There.
Try again.
Try it again. Connect. One more time. All right, should be good now.
Nope. Okay.
No?
That's a good
What is
demo.
going on here? It's probably a user error from me, honestly. It's probably something I'm doing wrong.
Do you have your VPN on or?
No, I don't.
Okay. Does he need it on? He's in the US.
Probably not. Okay,
Oh, there
I'm
it
in
is.
now.
Hey!
I'm in. So I'm
Rob
bandit
just-
435.
Rob just fixed it.
And next.
So this is a bit of a walkthrough that people will be able to use because obviously it's a new type of platform, so people need as much help and guidance as they can.
So let's just, I guess, if you could guide Shizzy from like step one to where we could use this as a guide. So he's already logged into his wallet, so he's got that part. So where would he go next?
So if you go back to the main page and close this off, and then Ghosty Cash is open, so you can go into that project. And then you've added some points. See, and there's some activities down here.
Some points?
And we've put
some points.
We've put you guys on.
What are those? It looks like opportunities. Are those opportunities of points right there?
Yes.
Yeah, you can win points.
Okay, gotcha.
That's super easy. So I just got.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
That's awesome.
You have a look at the last one there. I think you might like that
Ordinal Revolution. I probably already followed these guys. I don't know.
If you don't, I recommend that you do, or you're missing out big stuff.
Ooh, 500, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
I love it, dude.
So, yeah.
Cool. Repost.
Once you've connected to social media, it makes it very easy. We do tell you which post you are retweeting. And if you want to go in and look at it, you just click on the link and then come back. Because obviously, some people don't mind just retweeting anything. But be conscious. And like you look at him collecting his points.
I want to be number one.
Yeah. As you can see, the gamification and the addiction is kicking in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We need to change that.
I might have already done that one.
We're gonna let people.
Dang, like what I love about what I'm seeing so far is that how you guys made it so easy. Because I've used other dashboards that integrate social, basically to earn your launch pad position with points and all that stuff, and it's been annoying. Like I have to approve like 3 different things and all that stuff. So, but for you guys, it's like, okay, you just click this and then repost, and then that's it. It seems really quick.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time making sure the experience is one that, it's just easy and fun,
Okay. So where would he go after he did all that?
Well,
if you go to the leaderboard.
Rob, do you want to explain the points because there's been some? So it's just a new system that people aren't used to.
So these stats, we've changing the names of these because they're a little bit confusing. But the total in the if you just scroll down a little bit underneath.
Shizzy, I swear you got ADD, bro. Like when you're on a screen, you're just like I feel like your fingers are constantly going up and down with the scroll mouse. Take it slow for the audience.
All right. What I gotta do? I'm just all over the place here. This is new, man. It's fun. It's different. Let's go. But,
So
all right, what I gotta do?
so where it says pool stats, that's really the project stats. The total is the total number of
Down.
points on the
Right there,
leaderboard.
Right there. You had it in the
There.
middle. Right
Okay.
there. Up,
Cool.
up. Right.
Right here.
Just
Right
above
there,
the
yeah.
leaderboard.
Right there.
So that's 7.71. That's the total number of points of all the leaderboard positions added together. Pledged is the number of points that people have added, and earned is the number of points people have earned through activities. So and you can see on that. Carry on.
I was going to say we're open to suggestions on that, because some people say they wanted the dollar value, some want the points to be left there. We want feedback, to be honest, off the users. So
when we have more projects, we want to make a project leaderboard as well, and so all the points from the leaderboard and the projects get added together, and then the projects go against one another. And then under that is the project leaderboard. You can see your number 131. So you've got a bit of climbing to do.
Man, I got work to do.
I think if you click that, it should scroll to your position.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
And then
40,000 more to get over this guy. Okay.
In a update that's coming soon, you'll be able to click on all of these profiles and see information about the other users.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
You know what would be really cool is if you could sell your points to other people. That'd be cool.
Whoa, what's going on?
I'm just saying, because but
so the way we're going to do that, when we have our token, basically by locking the token up, you'll get points.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's just we haven't got our token yet, so.
All right, so if I wanted to like customize it, hold on. First, let's kind of get into this. Is pretty cool, the tokenomics. So this is actually showing me the exact tokenomics of the project that I'm potentially investing in here. Like Ghosty holders, 47%, and what that means is if you held Ghosty, you got the entire 47% got pushed against all the Ghosty holders. Foundation is 13.35. Advisory is 5%. Marketing is 12%. So I do love the transparency that you guys have here with the tokenomics. I love that it's right here. It's really cool, and it gives you a little a circle thing here.
Yeah,
so,
100%. I mean, that's one of the things that's hardest to find of a project is like, where are the tokenomics? You guys put it straight up front for everybody, so that's great.
Yeah.
And if I want to participate here, I can just because I had a little trouble understanding this. If you guys could explain it to me, like on 5.
Sure.
So if I want to put, I don't know, $50 in there, and I just confirm, what am I doing here?
So 150 as the minimum contribution.
Okay.
And then what you do is you say what your maximum is, and that way we can make sure that we size the allocation to something that's in your budget.
Okay. Where do I do the maximum? So
yeah,
that lever.
Then you just type it in. You type it into the box. That's the point. So you got to type it in there.
Okay, so if I go 200, confirm,
and then confirm, and then it will lock it in.
Save changes. Okay.
Oh, you've added all your points as well.
All right, so I don't know what I just did there. I'm down. Let's go. So
that basically, the more points you added, the higher on the leaderboard you went. Now on the leaderboard,
now I'm 119.
That will determine the size of your allocation and the chance of winning within the pool. So that's how it makes it more even. It's all to do with your points based. You can earn loads of points, and if it wasn't a project you're too bothered about, you might put half of the points in. Everybody wants to go into Ghosty, so what we're seeing is everyone's just maxed out the points, and they're just like, we want to get on the leaderboard, we want to be at the top. So yeah, there's people asking me like, are you going to do another activity? And I need some more points, and getting excited.
So that's the part, that's the social part that you guys talked about before, is that because you know that there's going to be whales that put maximum contribution, let's say they put like 50 grand in there, then that could be looked at as a completely unfair advantage for the regular person. But how you guys balance that out is you allow people to earn points. Is that correct?
Yeah. And so when you do points in a project like this, when you do activities, those points, they'll be locked into into the project with the points you added. And then when the campaign's over, you get the points back that you put in and all the extra ones you've earned. So if you were playing over the sort of weeks and months, you can really build up a bigger profile. And we have another mechanism in here in the leaderboard, because we wanted to reward people for their time in the project, the time spent in the project as well. So every hour, the scores go up by 0.5%. And they're not points that you get, but the earlier you get in, it's to sort of incentivize you to get in early.
Gotcha. That's really cool. So if you so right now I'm earning, even though I'm not doing anything, just from signing up early, I'm kind of getting a percentage of the points that I have, correct?
Yeah, you'll be sort of slowly climbing up, and that's to stop people just from sniping at the last minute. And some of these activities, there'll be times, so we can, they can start and end at certain times. So there might be a shorter window to do something. So the longer you're in, the more points you get, the more opportunity to win points.
I love it. I love this as well. I just came across this, but you got your sale terms, token price 80 cents, spooky, TGE, vesting. Yeah, this is awesome. Summary. You can kind of see what deflationary burns. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys, your site. I think me and Yagobi were talking about it already, but like your site is, maybe the best one we've ever seen. In the aspect of like your UI and everything, it's really beautiful the way you guys did it. So great job.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
No,
we've been working hard, as you can see.
You feel better now, Rob.
So, any pointers or tips for the audience that might be messing with this right now? Like maybe some alpha or something. I don't know.
Like Rob said, if you know that you're going into Ghosty, because you can increase the amount you want to go in, you want to get higher on the leaderboard. So this is on future projects as well. If you know it's a project you want to go in, get involved straight away. You don't have to put a big dollar amount in. You can decide to put more in at a later date. But the sooner you enter the project, the more interest you're accumulating on your points. So you will go up the leader table while people are joining below you. So it's an advantage to get in early. That's what I'd say.
Should we talk about the avatars?
You can change your name there as well. If you click on your name.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my name?
Oh, underneath the little guy.
Yeah.
Virtual Bandit 435. Further up.
Click right here. It's not letting me. Oh, okay. You have to click right. Oh.
So you can give yourself.
So I can put Shizzy.
And that 179. That's your overall position on the site.
Okay.
Out of all the users.
Ooh, awesome. Can I change my picture as well?
Well, that's generative. It's a little bit like a DMT, but it's just not really. It's not inscribed. And we've got more of these coming. So we're generating that from the Bitcoin address. There's the different properties, the colors, and yeah.
Someone else come to me because now I'm 180.
We've got loads of these coming up.
We did get some. We got some feedback, and it says that the email confirmation is not working right now. So maybe that's something you guys want to check out. But
okay, yeah.
One of our mods just brought that up. Maybe it's done though on there.
It works for me though. I had no problem
with the email side.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So it might just be their.
Oh no, maybe I didn't.
Connection.
Maybe I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I got still to do that. Okay, I'll do that.
Well, it has been slow, and also when I was testing it in the staging, it went into my spam as well. So make sure you check your spam folder. But yeah, we did have a little bit of an issue because it was coming from a Gmail account and not from a Launchpunks account. And when we spotted we hadn't updated it from staging, we changed it. So there might be a little bit of a delay in it actually performing with the new email address, if you know what I mean. But if you look at all these linked accounts, another tip is the one on the right, the more you link, the more the multiplier bonus you get as well. Now we might be reducing that bonus after this raise because it is quite a good amount of points. So again, that'd be rewarding the early investors. The history this is telling you everything you've done. So if you think, did I do this? Did I not do that? You can have a look at the action history and it can be showing you what other people have done and you've done yourself as well.
And in that My Activity, so all the projects that you entered into, you'll be able to just come here and do all the activities and in one place if you don't want to go to all the different projects.
Oh, okay.
And
Awesome.
the idea is that all the information will be clickable eventually, so it'll just be easy to navigate. And you've got notifications under the notification bell as well.
This right here?
Yeah. Oh, it's empty at the moment.
Data empty, yeah. But this is cool. So you have Foxy here, and then your own stuff as well. So yeah, you guys have a lot of awesome things that are coming. Very bullish on you guys for sure. And Foxy, this is awesome, guys. I think this is a great job. Anything you guys want to take a look at before?
I want to see one thing. Is there a status of the launch in terms of like percentage of how much is launched, like how much is completed? I guess you would say.
Not yet.
No, that is something that we're taking feedback from people that they'd like to see the dollar value as it goes up. So
gotcha. But it is currently still open for like people in the ecosystem to okay.
I think it's
even when it's 10 times oversubscribed, everybody can still come in until it closes, and then it goes to the lottery system. So
gotcha.
It's still open. More people, the better. So it's good for the project, and it's good for us as well.
Yep. All right.
Gerard Thomas says, "Where in the hell is he from? Yorkshire?" And then he says, let me revise that. It isn't Yorkshire. It's the other side of pennies. Chorley, Preston? So these guys are trying to guess exactly your location. So
all I'll say is the Chorley and Preston is 10 minutes drive away from me. So he's
okay. He's almost spot on.
Oh yeah. I'm looking out the window here. I'm like,
he's creeping on you. He's creeping on you. No, but
yeah. So
I was going to tell the audience that the Ghosty launch is still open, guys. So you can check that out. The spooky token launch for the Ghosty team is still open, so you still have a chance to get allocation there. Like I said, that they don't have I'm assuming you guys don't have a specific time yet, but you will announce that once you decide that when that's going to close up, right?
Yeah,
it will be soon. It's going to be before Friday, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we will give a 24-hour call out, like this is your last chance, and do a countdown from there.
Awesome. Any last words for the audience, guys?
Just come and try us. Even if you're not going into any projects now, and you just come and try it out, try the platform. Come and chat to us in Telegram. Give us the feedback. What features you don't like, what you do like. This is a platform we've built for you guys to enjoy. So come and let us know. Even constructive criticism is accepted. You know what I mean? Just come and tell us your opinions.
Yep, exactly. I think that's actually the best criticism is constructive criticism, right? Because no one likes the not constructive criticism. That's just being mean. But anyways,
yeah.
But we appreciate you two for joining us. I know it was a little bit short, but I think it was effective for sure to teach people how to use the platform. And of course, you guys are always welcome back. And we can't wait to see, the future of Launch Punks.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for having us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk soon. Bye.
That was awesome. That's really fun. I have somewhere else to spend some time and farm for points. So I gotta get the number one, bro. I gotta get the number one.
You gotta create a farm course, airdrop farming course, points course, because I think you were born for that. I mean, honestly,
I love it, dude.
Yeah,
farming for points is like, it's my second favorite thing to do besides to go on live. I gotta say for sure, but sometimes I can do both at the same time. You guys have no idea that I'm earning points while I'm listening to.
You should look into the credit card point stuff because you would probably be good at that, honestly.
Yeah, but then I gotta pay 20% APY and shit, bro. I'm not. Well, I don't want to do that.
You actually end up making money because you make way more off of the points and stuff. But you gotta be really focused on it and stuff. So some people it's a full-time thing. But anyways, I really love those guys. Mark and Rob, we first met them months and months ago, and always have been just really genuine, cool, never and just always about building and positivity in the ecosystem. So I'm happy that they had their launch, and I really am rooting for those guys because look, they are the main featured launchpad for the Tap ecosystem. So, you know, if you guys are bullish on Tap, Taproot swap does work. I utilized it. You know, you do have the slow blocks, but that was expected. But the swap was perfect in terms of me getting my Bitcoin. So we look forward to those guys and what they have in the future because you know, we'll probably be participating on some launches here coming up. Anything else that a couple housekeeping items. So if you are a YouTube member, please make sure that you join the Emblem Vault AMA tonight. It's going to be a big one. You know, I'll just put that out there. I think you will at least want to hear because it is an opportunity for our YouTube members. It'll be 6 p.m. Eastern time. Jake Gallen, the CEO, will be going over the details. So make sure you join that. And what other? Oh, tomorrow. I haven't put the post out yet, but tomorrow we will be having the Arch team on. We'll be having Matt and Nick, which is the co-founders, and then also Saturn Decks. So look out for tomorrow. We'll have the Arch Network team on for Thursday, which could be a recurring thing. So see how it goes tomorrow. So it's going to be definitely educational for you guys. It's like a layer 1 type of environment that they're building there. So we'll see what happens. But anything else that I might have forgotten?
No, that's it, guys. And definitely, you know, you definitely want to come in and ask a lot of questions tonight. If you are a member and there's a lot of you guys still here, just come in and you guys have an opportunity that Jake and Emma Vault is not giving a lot of people. You have an opportunity tonight to get into what they're doing super early. The same opportunity that me and Yagobi got. So there's no difference. So definitely come in tonight. This is an opportunity that if you know, if you're interested in, like, I'm not telling you to do this at all whatsoever. This is something that, you know, but they said, hey, we want to look out for your community since, you know, we became partners and stuff like that. So this is something you guys are definitely at least going to want to listen to and potentially get in, because once tonight's over, I don't think you're gonna have another chance to get in to what they are offering. So
Yep. And we appreciate all 371 people that are watching us right now. We thank you guys so much. We hope, and I'm gonna say this every episode until, you know, forever, indefinitely, I guess, that you guys took something and learned something from the show today. That is our number one goal, is to educate you guys somehow, some way. So we hope that happened. And if you have some extra time, please check out our partners, guys. We'll start off with Emblem Vault. We just talked about them. Emblem.vision is their site, and Emblem Vault's going to play a integral part, in my opinion, for interoperability with Bitcoin layer 1 assets. You're going to be able to jump an ordinal from Bitcoin to Merlin, from Bitcoin to Ethereum, and from Bitcoin to Solana in one gas transaction. That is what they are able to do with the LIT protocol. So, you know, we'll go over that a little bit tonight too, kind of a refresher of what they do. But they have been in the space since 2014, I think you said, the Bitcoin space, and then Ethereum and back here now. So come and check those guys out. But you can learn more on emblem.vision to learn more about them. And then BetBTC, we just talked about them. They are the predictions market of the Bitcoin ecosystem. Guys, they are building. There's about 200 users now. They're going to have create your own markets. You're going to be able to earn if you have good markets, good following. You can just join some of those Bitcoin focused bets, the easy one. And will Bitcoin get to 100K by the end of 2025? I think that's an easy bet, but it's up to you. Be an adult. You can go to betbtc.win to place bets if you want, or just to earn points. Like we said, the utility runes coming for that. And then BitPerp, which is a perps and leverage DEX for the Bitcoin ecosystem. They just wrapped up their paper trading competition. And now they're updating their platform with all the suggestions that you guys had. They should be reopening up here, I would say, in the next 2 to 3 weeks for another paper trading competition before mainnet. And that will be on the Botonics Bitcoin layer 2 chain. They're also going to be on B Squared, BitLayer, and CoreDAO. So go check those guys out, and you can learn more at bitperp.io. And then we have Ordinal Hive, which is an ordinal aggregator marketplace on Bitcoin layer 1 and layer 2 with Merlin Chain. If you go over there, you can utilize their trading tools. You can figure out what is hot. They'll show you what's been selling on secondary. They're going to offer you the cheapest ordinals because they are an aggregator marketplace. They also are on Merlin Chain. So if you want a little bit faster experience, actually a lot faster, let's be honest, you can experience that on Merlin Chain. If you go to beta.ordinals.io, ordinalhive.io. And if you don't have access yet, go to their Discord and tell them you want your address, whether it's Bitcoin or Merlin address, whitelisted, so you can participate. But you can earn points by listing, buying, and selling. It's going to be kind of similar to Blur, and they are another Rune utility play. So put 2 and 2 together there, guys. Fluid tokens. They have staking vaults on Bitcoin Layer 1. These guys are amazing UTXO devs. They came over from Cardano. They're still building on Cardano. They're actually building the bridge from Cardano to Bitcoin, Bitcoin to Cardano. But what they did on Bitcoin Layer 1 is, innovative like no other. I mean, no one had a platform where you could stake on Bitcoin Layer 1 until now. And so if you are a founder of an Ordinal collection or a Runes collection, you can have your members earn whatever reward you want. If that's another Runes token, if that's Bitcoin, you just got to get connected with Raul, which is the CTO at Fluid Tokens. Or if you can't get through to them, reach out to us. We'll get you guys connected. They also offer rune swapping. So they'll split the runes for you to make it more simple for you guys to utilize. But keep your eye out on Fluid Tokens because they're going to be coming up with multiple solutions. They also have their rune launch in, I believe, Q1 of 2025. And then we have Foxy, which is building the Bitcoin, a Layer 1 metaverse with the Bitverse in the Tap ecosystem. They launched the Bit Miners, where you could actually mine real assets. They started off with the Cosmic Most Rarest, where you could earn USDT Solana and Tap tokens. Now they're going with the second most rare, the Ultra Mythic, where we're hearing Dog Go to the Moon, but also possibly some spooky tokens. We'll see. They're going to announce that, but there's going to be something great. Also, if you have a bit miner, don't forget to pay attention because you're going to be able to get the lightsaber block drop very, very soon. And then we have a collaboration with them with the Satoshi silencer. So, look out for those updates, and you can check them out on their website as well. And finally, Merlin Chain, your #1 scaling solution for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocols. Guys, if you're a builder on Bitcoin Layer 1, but you want to scale for more flexibility for your users, you can do that with Merlin Chain. You can apply for the grant program that they have. Ordinal Hive and Emblem Vault qualified for that. So if you're a serious builder, they will consider you and maybe you get it. They have amazing builder support there. And if you're a user, you can trade flexible runes over there. For example, an easy Uniswap type experience on Merlin Swap by buying Dog Go to the Moon or buying the Bitmap token and several other Bitcoin Layer 1 assets over there. So check Merlin Chain out, and we thank you so much for checking out our partners.
Yeah, man, great job on that. Killed it. Guys, check out ordinalrevolution.com too. We have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone just entering the space, send them our website. We really feel it can help them get started and code up to exactly where we are right now. If you guys need a VPN, you guys should be rocking a VPN. I actually should have mine on right now, but I don't. But we have a 70% off Nord VPN here. Do not go to sites without your VPN on. Remember, turn it on because sometimes you can turn it off because you're getting laggy but it's best to kind of switch. And I got to start doing that. I got to switch to a different place. Like I was using Switzerland, maybe I switched to Italy or something like that. So definitely check out Nord VPN, 70% off coupon there. If you guys are going to Bitcoin Las Vegas, we will both be there. We have the coupon up here. Do not wait till next year to buy your tickets. Buy them now, guys. Buy them this year. They go up as we get closer. So if you buy these in May, you're going to be paying way more. You're like, God damn, I should have listened to those guys and got to them back in November. So, and if you guys are looking for merch, we have some of the best merch in all of crypto, not just Ordinal. So just check out our stuff here. You guys can kind of go in and kind of see everything. Go to view all, shop all there, and that'll take you to here. And then you can search by hats, hoodies, t-shirts. You go to hoodies, which are my favorite. I actually need a new one. But you got Seiko Hamster now. You got Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. We are all Satoshi on top of your Momentum Amore, your Puka, your Gizmo, your $1 billion cat. I have a 401b. node monkeys, and so much more. You got some whales. And if you guys would like us to add something, just let us know. We can pretty much add anything. So it's all done through a third party. We do not see your name. We do not see your address. You buy through them. We supply the images, and we make a few bucks on that. So check out our store here. And like I said, we can pretty much add anything. So let us know. But guys, we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. UTC. Check us all week, guys. Really appreciate you guys. 367 people. I was hoping we hit 400, but we didn't. But until tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, we OG, oh no G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit found fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the steel. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.